Great people, great people, great people. Salute. Blessed honor to you this day. I don't want nothing from you. It's a cold, cruel day. Deception is everywhere. Cruel intentions. Manipulation. People are getting in by merely allowing you to know that they see you. And that the moment that they're in, they're there just for destruction. They're there to break things down. They're there to remind you that your concepts are not the proper concepts, but you should be seeing things in this way. More angry, more frustrated. You shouldn't be moving with just wisdom and a sense of logic. You should be moving with a sense of frustration and a sense of pain and a sense of passion towards hatred. Great people, don't let nobody fool you this day. I just came to let you know this is the season to get real. It's your money time, baby. Throughout this whole time, we've been looking at this whole thing with a slant. That slant has allowed us to misuse our funds. It has allowed us to pick up a greater anger and a greater frustration, a greater vice, while yet losing the truth of our identity. This day, great people, walk in goodness. Walk in the certainty that there is a new level coming. Walk in the certainty of the next realm is going to need all of your attention, all of your focus, all of your strength, power, and passion. You have to look at a place where you begin to see that the things that you are learning are transitioning from your mind to your heart, and they are being diluted, and to the extent that the heavenly force is diluting those things and bringing back this sense of heavenly standard, this sense of forgive 70 times over, this sense of obsession to the rules, and all bad things, all good things come from a person's heart, then that's the place that we'll begin to start again. Great people, I've taken necessary time to listen. There's moments that we have to remember. In order to be a good leader, we must be a phenomenal follower, exceptional. Quite often we must be in detail. This day, be ever mindful to search out the details of a thing. Be ever mindful that to the extent that you are asking for something, it is your job, your unequivocal job, to put in the work. Don't ever ask for something you are not willing to put the same amount of work in to as you are pursuing that thing. It takes a lot. It takes a lot of focus. It takes a lot of understanding that there are some spiritual forces in and around your life. There's some special love in and around your life as well. It is that very love that will allow you to conquer all things. It is that very love that will allow you to cast out all fear. It is that very love that will allow you to know that there's some things that just not going to, it ain't gonna work, baby. It ain't gonna work with what you got going on. And you got to remind yourself that it literally has to fit together to keep on working. You know what peace feels like. I'm not talking about the peace that you've gained in such a chaotic situation, but I'm talking about the peace that you are in preparation for it all. The scholar once said, in order to prepare for a thing, you must prepare for all things. In order to prepare for a thing, you must prepare for all things. You got to expect the unexpected. How you expect the unexpected? You expect everything to happen. You're not tripping according to the situation. You know the variables. According to the situation, you know if your man's and them gonna turn. Hey, here's the big point. Game time is over with. You are being hunted. And to the extent that you take hold of the very idea of why you are being hunted, you shall be just like sheep amidst the wolves. This day, great people, know that there's someone rooting for your spirit. There's someone rooting for your mind. There's someone rooting for you to get up. It's not so much as just giving you a bunch of information. This day, we want to work with principle. Principle, to the extent that progress makes you happy, principles make the precepts notable. principles make the precepts knowable. The heavenly precepts that you are called to go line upon line. It makes them notable. It makes them visible. It makes them certain. Walk in your call this day. Understand the difference in existing and thriving to be the best version of yourself. Welcome to Daily Push. Salute. Have a phenomenal day. Don't let me sweat you. You sweat you. It turns out better when you put your back against the wall. You know your perfections. You also know your imperfections. And in so much as knowing those, let's be honest. Let's be honest with what we lack. Let's be honest with where we're going. Let's be honest with who's been a support and who has not been a support. Let's be honest with what we need to do to feel comfortable, to feel warm, to feel heavenly, to feel powerful, to feel at peace. Have a phenomenal day. Pose this. Be in my mind for my heart is locked into you. Indeed.